When my father called and informed me about my mother's death, I told him to hang up and call later. My dad called me when it was super late, and he said something that made my heart feel heavy. He told me that my mom had passed away, but guess what? I was about to go to bed, and I didn't want to hear it right then. I even told my dad to hang up and call me later. I know, that sounds really not nice. You see, I was already feeling all stressed about other things in my life. I tried to go to sleep, and I was playing a game on my phone when my dad called again. His voice was all sad, and he said my mom had just passed away in the hospital. But instead of being sad or crying, I got annoyed. I thought, why are you telling me this right now? I was just about to go to bed. I even told my dad that I was perturbed, which means I was feeling all bothered. I said, if you say anything else right now, I'm going to stay up all night. Hang up the phone and call me later. Good night. I know. That was a pretty not nice thing to do. The next day, when I woke up and really understood what happened, it felt like my heart got all carved out. I gasped, shed a few tears. But I didn't cry a whole lot. Then, I started thinking about how I acted when my dad called. I felt like a super mean person. I didn't care about my dad or even my mom. All I thought about was me. Me. I told myself I'm a big jerk. Let me explain better why I was like this. About 5 years ago, my mom got really sick with something called cancer. But my parents didn't tell me until 2 years ago. And guess what? 7 months ago, I found out it was actually cancer. Weird, right? So, because of my job, I can't easily go visit or move closer to my mom. I kept asking when I should come see her, but they never gave me a straight answer. It was always like, she's doing fine. No rush, and focus on your career. But deep down, I really wanted to be there for my mom. Before I moved away, things at home were kinda crazy. There was a lot of fighting between my parents and even in our extended family. Turns out, my mom found out about my dad having affairs with other ladies, and it got pretty messy. They'd argue a lot, and sometimes it got physical. But my dad never hit my mom. She scratched him a bunch of times, though. I moved away because I just couldn't handle all the drama. Yeah, I guess I'm a bit of a runner. When things get tough, I instinctively want to run away to protect myself. Oh, and about my mental health, I'd got autism. And there's this thing called apathetic personality disorder, but it's not an official diagnosis. I'm also taking meds for depression and trouble sleeping. I found out about my autism when I was 7. But my parents told me to keep it a secret and act normal. In our community, people kinda looked down on conditions like mine, and my folks were worried I wouldn't make friends or find someone if they knew. They were just trying to look out for me, you know. Sorry if I'm going on and on. It's just a lot to unpack. After that night when I found out about my mom, I called and said sorry. My dad kinda understood, or at least he said he did. He forgave me. I asked if I should come back for my mom's funeral, but he said it wasn't needed. She wanted her ashes scattered at the sea, and he did that. A few months later, I went back and helped him with her stuff. It was weird. We didn't cry when we saw each other. My family is just like that. We don't really show strong emotions. It's like we think it's embarrassing or something, even though I know it's not. It's just how we've always been, you know. Subscribe for more Reddit stories.